my fault.
All right, welcome in, race fans. This is Jason in the booth with First Gear Network. We're bringing you live footage for tonight's Daytona 500 qualifying session with the Duels. I've got Jonathan Hambrick in the booth with me now tonight. We'll probably have some other visitors come and go as the night carries on. Just want to thank you all for catching up with us and tuning in, as we've got a pretty good pack of cars in the field here. Not everybody is making it tonight, but we are at 32 cars out of the 40 that will make the field for the 500. We are set at just 40 cars, so nobody gets has to race their way in. And everybody that misses tonight's session will just be starting at the back of the pack for the Daytona 500 next Friday night. Currently practice, we have 10 minutes left in the session, so we've just been following cars around, watching everybody. Right now the 50. Oh, go ahead.
One of the people dropping out had a kid today, so
yeah, shout out to Colin. Congratulations. Birth of a child on qualifying day. How about that?
No, you're not.
Real men would have been here.
I couldn't see what was going on. I just watched them.
And I do have race chat on in the lobby tonight, as I'll be partaking in race control as well. So got to be able to talk with everybody as things go. So you'll see a little bit different angle of our usual broadcast, where voice chat's really turned down and we just show the race. We're going to play a part in it tonight.
We got you, pal.
Gonna be a good one.
It's going to be a great one. I'm excited. This is so fun. This is one of these things that you see a lot of other leagues do, and put together all different types of structures and ideas on how to put it together. I want to give a huge shout out to Joshua O'Brien for putting the idea out there, and then also working with the overall prize money for the race. I want to give a shout out to Ben Summerford for putting the main prize, the grand prize, that signed die cask for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Up on the block for the winner of this race next week. Also, I haven't even announced it yet, but those of you watching the stream will know first. The winners of each duel race tonight will walk away with $25. So we're gonna throw some money on the table tonight, see if these boys can still play nice. That ought to get interesting. But the structure is set. Again, everybody makes their qualifying at the same time during the 10-minute session. It's not going to be one car at a time or anything like that. Standard NASCAR Daytona 500 rules. We will have the front row. We'll be locked in on the front row for the 500. Everybody else will be racing for their starting position in the 500.
Yeah, 25. That's what, 2 tracks or car on a track maybe?
Yeah.
Did you see that avoided by me?
It's not a bad haul for dual win.
Yeah, I don't know how I made it do that, dude.
We've got about 7 minutes left to practice here.
Radio check, please.
I got you, Ben. Hopefully my radio's still working, because I can't see when I talk with...
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
got a buddy of mine in chat there. Great to see him.
Kyle, you got a copy?
All right, let's see. Top of the board now is that 5 car. Again, racing in packs with the draft. Not indicative of what we're going to see in qualifying with lone car. Ooh, got 3 wide, 4 wide at the start-finish line. This pack is getting racy.
Yeah, they've been bouncing off the wall quite a bit, bouncing off each other. It's going to be hectic in these duels.
I don't know what I think about David Dunwoody's car. I love that he did a Dale scheme for 3, but on a Ford Mustang.
I mean, you got to race what's best. So I mean,
Dale's rolling in his grave tonight. I'm gonna be rolling. I'm gonna have nightmares all night. But still a good-looking car. Again, appreciative of everybody that's joined in to race with us. Thank you all for coming on and joining in on this and giving us a chance to have a full 40-car field for the Great American Race.
yeah, you got to race what's best. And that Mustang is hard to beat.
You need to quiet down over there. We're going to have to put you on mute. We're going to have a battle here in the booth between Chevy and Ford. I see that already.
What make has won the last 3 Cup championships in real life?
It has a blue oval around it. It has more DNFs than every other make too. So I don't know. I'm not sure how that works.
There we go.
Oh, they're going all over the place. Bad bumps are us. Still got 2, 4, 6, 7 cars survive that. Now get in line. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. Actually, hang on. I think. Let me double check before I say anything. Right. I don't know if it's still there. I'm going to scroll for it. I'm going to see if I can find it. I got to be careful not to click any button in this soundboard because I don't want the wrong thing popping up. We used to have one. I just don't know if it's still here.
Somehow they're all still going straight, but
yeah,
3 of them in the wall hard.
Yeah, there's a couple troublemakers there in the wall. It happens. What we got left here? Just 4 minutes left to practice. Almost done. I think my boogity line is gone. I used to have one. I think it got replaced.
I saw online today that Travis Roberto's got a new paint done on the iRacing Facebook page. Just popped up on my screen. I'm like, I know him.
Yeah, got the Octane Outlaws paint scheme on tonight. Looking good.
I am not seeing the same paints you are.
Some of these guys came in and changed as well after they logged in, so you may have to close Trading Paints downloader and reopen it, let it refresh manually that way. I had to do that at the beginning because the 42 had the same 3 paint scheme as the 3, as they were nose to tail on pit road when I joined, and I was like, hang on.
Yeah, the Jasper paint, that's what I'm seeing too. Let's Oh, they're downloading. Okay. Someone else running the 9 car tonight?
Yep, we've got a 9 in here. Jeff Peppers said if I wasn't racing, he said, can I run the 9? I said, absolutely. That number's available for this.
No one's taking my number, that's for sure.
No, too late. We already had everybody was signed up when your mechanical failure took over.
Yeah, just a little bit ago, I took a truck out at Chicagoland and still had all kinds of troubles and just could not figure it out.
That's so weird. I wonder, have you tried centering the wheel in the pit house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. All right. I recalibrated in pit house, recalibrated in game. I switched to the GT wheel and there's no issues whatsoever, but I can't do oval racing with the GT wheel. It's just foreign to me.
That's so weird. That's how Daniel Butler started his iRacing career with us. Is he got on iRacing? He bought a decent rig, but it was used, and it only had a GT wheel. And he was racing oval for months with it. And when we found out about it, we were able to come together and get him an oval wheel. And he's been way happier with that.
Can I get a mic check, please?
The Eagle has connected, so...
Good.
That's my pick for the poll tonight.
I don't know. It's going to be a tough battle. I feel like we're talking thousandths of a second for this poll. And
I'm going to guess about a 3/4 tenths of a second gap between the top 30.
It's going to be pretty tight. I feel like
coming down or not, I would have picked
poll
you up.
time is probably going to be a super low 49.000 to a 48.95. That's most likely what it's going to be. It's going to be super tight. I feel like there's going to be a lot of cars right on top of each other.
Sorry, guys.
And I feel like the 3 to 4 tenths for the top 30 of the field, or 32 or however many we have in here now. I mean, I don't see that. I see that as a super possibility. So we're up to 33 cars in for tonight's. Oh. And practice is down to 10 seconds. So qualifying will be happening here shortly. We'll just try to follow along with cars on the track and watch that leaderboard, because it's going to change a lot. It's going to come down to who can make that second lap work.
There we go. I had to extend my standing so I could see more than the top 15.
I'll use the NASCAR Tower split so it actually goes through more than just the top 20 on the side there for everybody. And it popped the Daytona 5 logo up there. I love it. Thank you, SDK, for being friendly. I am so grateful. We've got that logo on 2 different spots on the stream. One's inside the track map. Got our sponsor logos down in the bottom right.
Nice.
Things really came together well for this, so really appreciate everybody's put in something into this. So I really hope tonight is a great event for everybody. Even our fans watching, all the drivers, all the sponsors, all the people that put in time and effort to get in for this event. Thank you all. And we are almost 1 minute down in qualifying. We've got a few cars on track. Going to get it out of the way early.
Looks like Samuel Carter is our first one out. I don't know if this is what he's actually running, but I'm looking at a nice Chad Little paint scheme here.
Let's see. Samuel Carter, where are you? That's what he told. He showed us pictures. Yep, that green John Deere 97. You're going to run that high line for that first lap. That's how you do it. Make that second lap your money lap. Qualifying tickers down at the bottom. That thing gets annoying, so we're going to get that turned off here, I think, as soon as I find the box for it. Maybe. There it is. Hide. There we go. Get rid of that for now. You don't need that in there.
Got anyone you're watching for qualifying here?
Ah, man, this is tough. I feel like there's a lot of drivers that could do a really good lap here. I'm leaning towards the 24. I kind of tapped in and was listening in before the session opened, and some of these guys were actually in a lobby practicing their qualifying laps. And that 24 was mad fast. Right now,
to the top.
Kyle Heath goes to the top on that first lap, a 49.03, but then the ticker shows for 49.02. That's how close it's going to be. I can't see the third decimal through SDK. Thank you for that.
Mr. Goodpasser second, followed by Mark
if it's anything like my lap in practice, I think we can beat Heath.
Michael Kirk to the top. Nope,
Kendall Paul to the top. It's jumping. There's our 49 flat.
Here comes Samuel to the line. What's he going to do?
Joshua O'Brien
49.015.
just took the green flag. Kyle Heath a 48.95. There it is. It's the number I was saying, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
The Eagle is fast, no matter what car he's in.
Got to get a look into his folder, his notes.
Ivan Deschamps, P2 with a 48.97.
Wow.
Great lap by Ivan.
Oh,
he just gets knocked down by Kirk.
Ivan and Jeffrey Peppers ran the exact same lap to the thousandths.
Kirk and Heath are at the same in the tenths and hundredths. Josh comes across the line to finish. That's lap 1 for him. Okay, I'm following this 24. This is the car to watch. 49.81. That's a good slow lap. Building that momentum on the high side. Now he is stuck to the bottom. Halfway through qualifying. Still got some cars to run still. There's a few of them on track right now. We're going to follow this 24 around. We're going to see, does he put that money lap together like he did in practice? Todd Smith puts one up, a 48.87 to take provisional pole. Remember, front row is locked in to the front row for the 500. So this spot matters. 24, P2, a 48.93. It would have been pole for a moment, but Todd had to beat him to it. Wow.
What's, just for the viewers, what's the rule on the double yellow line?
The double yellow line is in rule for the race.
Okay.
No passing below the yellow line. Yeah, everybody uses it under qualifying. It's not a rule against during qualifying. Which reminds me, I need to check and make sure. Yep, sounds are still working. Get that back.
Still waiting on Michael Mokin, Travis, Roberto, and
Trevor Benz is on track. Ooh,
yeah,
good looking Oreo ride for Mr. Benz. Always fast when it comes to super speedways. The 33 got a new paint scheme that he just wrapped up today. Looking good. He's finishing his first lap, drops down to the low side. Money lap time for the 33. That back bumper's shining. That hood is shining. I love it. Looks great. Right now, Todd Smith, Joshua O'Brien, your top two. If it stays that way, they are locked into the 500 on the front row. They don't have to race for position in the duels unless they want to go win a prize that I haven't announced yet. I gotta do that still.
Oh.
That's right. As soon as qualifying ends, we'll get that announcement out so everybody's on the same page. Across the line goes Trevor Benz.
Only 26th.
26th. 49.14. That's not a slow lap.
No, it's not.
That's crazy.
And we're still, the top 29 is within 0.3 of each other.
Yep. You're spot on with that call. Spot on. Travis Roberto's running the high side, trying to get this first lap built up.
First lap is 27?
Yep, 49.13 for him on that first lap. Let's check him in on the second lap. He's going into turn 3. Down out of turn 4 towards the tri-oval. Here he comes using that apron across the stripe. Where does that put him? P5, a 48.95. Great lap for the 5. Great lap. Travis Roberto, he's in 3 and 4 currently. This is his second lap. Got 2 minutes left to qualify, and Colby Pierce has not come out on track. He's the only one not on track yet. Travis Roberto across the line. P6, 48.95, another one. Here comes George Buck. He's on the back stretch. This is his second lap.
This is a second lap?
Yep, this is his second lap.
About to get buck wild here.
All the way down on the apron. Across the line.
P15.
P15. Nice lap for George.
0.3 is the field.
It's crazy. Just crazy. All right, everybody, with a minute left to qualifying here, I just wanted to announce a couple things. So the front row did get locked in there with the 66 and 24. Congratulations. You will be starting on the front row for the Daytona 500 next week. Congrats to Todd Smith on the pole, Joshua O'Brien for that front row as well. Heck of a session by everybody. That was really tight. 0.3 of a second from first to 32nd. The other announcement I have is for tonight's duels. Again, each duel is 50 laps in length. It's just to set the grid, but because we are racing, FGR is putting up $25 for each duel to the winner of the duel. Each duel. So duel 1 will have $25. Duel 2 will have $25. I want to wish everybody good luck. Thank you again. If you have any questions, just give a holler. We'll be here watching and sharing it live on YouTube. Thank you, guys.
Going for that entertainment value.
Yeah, thanks for having us, and I'm going for a turn 1 win.
Oh, boy. The turn 1 win.
The turn 1 win. This is going to be a good one. I'm telling you.
I call that a Kendall Paul special.
Let's see. There's check.
You think we're going to have any turn 2 theatrics today?
I don't know if we'll have turn 2 highlights here. I don't know.
If I had to guess, it'd be entrance of turn 3 and the tri-oval. People are going to be pushing down the backstretch and not get off in time for turn 3, and people who are pushed are going to be going faster and just slide up into the other cars. And then I think some people are going to try pushing through the tri-oval. That's going to be our problem spots tonight. My guess is anyway.
Well, we've already had to remove one comment tonight in the chat. Thanks for coming, Nick. We'll see you later.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
All right. Field is lining up here for Duel 1. Pop up our starting lineup here for you guys. Front row, Todd Smith, Kyle Heath. This is, again, starting lineup for the inside row for the Daytona 500. So Todd and Kyle in the front row, Michael Moquin, Kendall Paul in row 2, Ivan Deschamps, Ben Summerford row 3, Ryan Hyatt, George Buck row 4, Samuel Carter and Morgan Sterling row 5, Joseph Klein, Jeffrey Goodpaster on row 6. Row 7 is going to have Chris Mayo and Mark Owlett. Row 8, Sheridan Wade and Nate Fields. Father-son starting on the same row. I wonder if they'll be working together.
Oh, boy. I didn't even think of that.
Colby Pierce starting in row, 9, all by his lonesome. Only car that didn't get a time in during qualifying.
See, my teammate Ryan Hyatt is in this duel, so going to be watching him.
Sun's about all the way down. Lights are on. It's about to get electric.
Do you think Todd's going to go for it here? Or you think he's going to take it easy?
He said after that comment about the prize money, he said, what was that, racing for entertainment value. So I think if anybody in this lobby is going to put on a show, it's the 66.
Yeah.
Nothing to lose. Guaranteed a front row spot no matter what. Guaranteed the pole for the Daytona 500. I think he puts on a show.
That car on his outside, though, he wins in everything he races. I think Kyle's going to be hard to beat tonight.
It's Daytona. It's hard to predict how this is going to work out for everybody because this was a really level playing field when you're at a super speedway like this, and with the field as close as it is, anything can happen. Pace car is off and the green flag is out. Here we go for duel number 1, 50 laps. Everybody staying true and clean so far.
.99 brushes the wall coming off of 2, so we might have some turn 2 highlights.
Maybe we will. 13 edges out here. That high line gets a little bit more momentum down the backstretch. 66 right to the inside though, coming back, and they're almost even.
Yep.
Side by side, full speed pace lap here.
Who's going to get that first lap led?
That's going to go to the 13. Kyle Heath leads lap 1. Field staying still nice and oh, car on the wall on the outside.
Jeffrey Goodpaster brushed the wall again. Looks like he kept it straight.
Kept it straight. Lost a little bit to the car in front of him. How about that 17 and that 69? Same exact paint job. Can't tell those two apart. You know they'll be working together. Chris Mayo and Morgan Sterling are going to be together this race. I am sure of it. We don't run the same paint scheme. We don't always know who your teammates are, but they are letting us know tonight. Really no change. Nobody's made any big moves yet. Everybody's being patient.
Oh, give it about 40 laps. It'll be...
Well, I'm just surprised at being patient. I mean, we had this test last Saturday night. I wasn't patient and spun at the end of lap 1, going to start lap 2 at Talladega. Messed my own self up and messed up that 66, who had the pole for that race.
Yeah. It's a shame we're not in this. We went from the back to the front several times in that race.
Yeah, we did.
Had nightmares about your car. I'm pushing it all night.
All right, I'm still having fun getting to watch it, and I'm kind of glad I don't have to race 500 miles next Friday. I'd rather sit and watch it and broadcast it and comment on it, that's for sure.
That bottom line's starting to get a little bit of advantage here.
Yeah, those guys are starting to make headway now. Kyle Heath falling back here as 5 cars of single file from the bottom lane have cleared him. Kind of a gap there. You got Kyle and looks like the 78's up there with him. The 32, is that who that is? Been up there with him as well, yep. And then George in the 28, and then everybody else just dropped to the bottom. Oh,
yep.
This is going to be hard. Oh,
whoa, that was close.
Kendall gets down behind, is that Sheridan or Nate? That's Nate. He gets down behind Nate. There's room for others, but they're staying up with Kyle. George drops down. Says, sorry, guys.
I think Sheridan had to slam on the brakes there to let Kendall in.
So, single file, it is becoming here. Oh.
I got bumped too, sorry, buddy.
Got a little mix up there. Nate's in the middle of 3 wide, getting split. Looks like Jeffrey Goodpaster jumps back out to the outside behind Ben Summerford. These guys are trying to get that second line to work.
Needs more than 3 cars, though, for that steam.
It looks
to
like
get
the
going.
28, since he got down on the bottom, he's kind of given room now. There's a gap there between him and the 78 where if somebody wants to get down, now it's closing up. They've got momentum now. Front 3, though, staying hooked together. and trying to stay out in front of that outside line. Ryan Hyatt
jumped up in front of.
Yeah, he did. He jumped right out in front of Kyle there. Close call there with the 19 kind of sliding up, going into 1 there. Let's check this out from some different angles. We're going to go to the gearbox of the 66. Looking back at that 5. Big bump from the 5. The 66 jumps up. Oh, the 75 splits the middle.
Goes to the front.
We're going to jump on his back bumper so we can see the field. Heck of a move. Here comes a run. The 66 looks high. Oh, 75 closes the door a little bit. Now he doesn't. Okay, the low line is coming. Not enough time to get down and defend that, so smart move. The 97 and 5 on the inside there, pushing forward. The 66 gets to the back of the 75. Oh, no. Ooh, that was close. That camera angle scares me. That camera angle scares me. You can see inside the car behind you because of how these graphics work, and you just can't see how close. Heck of a shot, though. I love that bumper cam. Right now, the 5, that low line, got the run. The 5 is solo all by himself here.
I'm bailing out. Go middle.
2 wide behind him.
Bailing out.
66 is going to the back, he says. Too much for me. Wants to make it to the end and win that $25. Oh! Contact with the 99.
Sorry, I was military wide. My car got tight.
That's going to hurt Todd. Going back to look here. Can't really get a good angle of that side of his car. See if we can get any shot of it here. Really, I don't see much. Maybe okay.
Yeah, I don't think it was much.
Slight scratch. 'Tis but a scratch. Go back up front here. That outside line.
Heck of a push.
Heck of a push from the 13. The Eagle is a monster. Heck of a pusher. That low line's got a good run though. 97's not closed up on the 5, but looks like he is now as they come out of the corner here. He should get a good push to the 5. 13 is on that 75's bumper. Push, push, push. 97's the same on the 5, just losing momentum to that high line as the front 2 have cleared the pack. Will they stay up? Looks
the
like
high line, if they get enough cars, is the faster of the 2 lines. But
it's the smoother, but it's just the same as anything. Wherever the most cars are, you can run a little bit faster.
Yeah.
If you have the numbers, but yeah, that high line is smoother because it not as much wheel input to stay down. You have a little less rolling resistance with that, not so much wheel in the car. You have to be careful if the car does start to get tight.
We're trying to lose the draft back here.
Some of these cars are starting to look tight. Todd calls out the back group here. They're running side by side. Go back here and check. We've got a group of 5.
Todd.
I think Todd might have some damage because he couldn't keep up with the pack.
They are staying side by side here. I don't know about these 5 cars. That's troublesome to be in that kind of position, and you're losing a good amount of time. They are 3 seconds back now. Looks like maybe the 69 and the 17 clear here. They might drop down. There they go. Getting a single file and start pushing because that front pack is too wide. They can catch back up. Oh, the 80 looks high on the 66. The pack is passing Todd, and he makes it be known. All right, back up front. We've got the front 3 have checked out a little bit on the pack here. Michael Moquin is your leader.
When I went to the back, it was Ryan and Kyle up front, and now they're 5th, 6th.
Yep, that low line has pushed its way out, and
thanks for letting me down. Appreciate it.
Is still stretching out. Now we got 2 more cars catching up. George and Ivan are going to make it 5 cars single file. That 97, really good pushes on the 5 to get that. You got to have a good second car to do that. And that 78's just staying right in the bubble there. Everybody comes off turn 4 here. We're about to complete lap 13 of 50. Again, that backpack, 13th to 17th, they're 5 seconds back of the lead now. They've dropped back considerably over just the past couple laps. If they get to working together, they're going to need to. This front pack is now all caught back up. They're all one again. Looks like the 19 maybe going up high to get in front of the 75. But that 97 pushing that 5, they are just staying out in the clean. They've got the buffer on the rest of this pack. Ooh, tight push with the 75 on the 19. Everybody keeps it straight though. Woohoo!
I know Ryan Hyde is just.
Oh, y'all wanted to ram me. Why didn't y'all go?
Had some bad luck, but he loves this kind of stuff.
Heck yeah, he does. He was so excited he called me earlier while he was running to grab his headset. You could hear the excitement in his voice. He was amped for tonight's race. So we see this backpack. Got Mark Owlett being pushed by Todd Smith, Chris Mayo, Morgan Sterling, and then Colby Pierce. These guys can get lined up. They can catch back up. They're going to have to work together and work hard. This chat's been pretty quiet other than Todd's comments, so I think it's going to take a little bit more motivation to get that pack to work together. I mean, to Todd, it technically doesn't matter for his starting position. He's on the pole for the 500. Everybody else back there has got a race for that inside line. So,
yeah.
Taking a look back up front. Michael's up front. That 97's been comfortable staying right behind him and pushing the heck out of him. Kendall third, George Buck fourth, Sheridan Wade, Nate Fields have gotten together in 5th and 6th.
No matter what cars we run, their paints are always opposite of each other.
Yep, they run the same two-tone flip. It's a great way to show your affiliation as teammates, but not have the same exact paint scheme. That's pretty cool.
Right.
I love it. Outside line getting a little bit of momentum here. The 99-19 looks like Ryan in the 75's coming back up on the outside there as well. Haven't made a call out to that 14 car yet. Joseph Klein. Love that paint scheme. Love that car number. Love me some Tony Stewart.
Let's see now. They're not making any headway back there. They've dropped about another half a second.
Yeah, they keep losing. So they're going to be hopeful of pit stops, causing some trouble. Maybe a caution up here with these guys. I mean, there's still a lot of racing to go. We're on lap 18. This has been a clean heat. This is what happens. You see this a lot in real life.
One heat's clean, one heat is hectic.
Yep, we'll find out as everybody's usually in that first duel. Takes it easy. It's the first time you're in a group of cars all week. This is simulating real life really well. So
yeah.
That outside line trying to gain some momentum with 4 cars up there now. 14 has jumped up there. Trying to help that outside line gain some momentum. And they are slowly. They're making headway. We'll jump in the car with
that 99. If I was at 99, I'd hug them a little closer in the turns and then on the straightaways separate from them.
Yeah.
Get that side draft going.
That's that part I feel like everybody's being a little extra safe. That was a tough bump. We're riding inside with the 99. Heck of a wheel control there. So you got an unsquare bump most likely from the 19, but holds on to it. They both keep moving. They lost some momentum though.
I had jumped down to the bottom line, saw them getting swirly in front of them and said, no thank you.
And go on the bumper cam of the 99. Look at the grill of the 19. All scratched up in the center. This is what it's about, folks. Go back up front to the 5. See that? Green and yellow, 97. Great paint scheme. Just love it. Brings back memories.
Got a push on the outside again. Hyatt jumped up in front of...
Hyatt got up to the front of that line, didn't he? Good move. So now he's got the 90. Is it the 99 pushing him? Ooh, that was a little squirrely.
Yeah, that front is falling away again, so if I was...
I'd get back down. Oh, no, no, no! Tough bump. 75 in the wall, 99 sideways.
Sorry, man, I bounced.
I think we're under caution here.
2-car incident in front of the pack. I'm going to throw a yellow on that one and get the field line back up. Oh, my goodness.
That's exactly what that backpack was waiting for.
Ryan Hyatt with some pretty good damage on the right front. Time to get it repaired, though.
Left rear looks pretty beat up as well, but...
Face guards on 1, guys.
99, he got pretty sideways there and all of that. Trying to get a better camera angle on these guys.
Face guard coming out at 2, checking up middle of 2.
Double check my info box. Yes, everybody does have one fast repair if they choose to use it now. Those cars with the damage may just choose to use time. Save that fast repair for when everybody gets racy with 10 to go, but we'll see.
Yeah. That 97's been pushing that 5 this whole time. Now they're going to be side by side.
Yep. You're going to see a different restart here. And it also depends. Pit stops here. Some drivers may take tires, some may not. They do have 2 sets of pits, or 2 sets of tires in the pits.
Almost halfway. So, yeah, I mean, you could pit here and make it to the end.
Just depends on if you just want it to be fuel only, maybe just right sides, or none. These tires don't wear terribly.
We were talking pits in Discord, and so once I got bumped, I went right to the wall and it bounced.
You're all good. I was off the throttle and it still hit you.
Now, if these two want to stay together, what I would do if I was Samuel Carter is coming out of the pits, let up and let someone pass you.
Pump direction?
If you're behind the 5.
Yeah. Well, both of these guys, Michael, started closer to the front than the 7 or the 97 did, so he'll have a little bit more room to maybe judge that. On this pit road exit. I see the 5 getting right sides for sure. That side of the car gets jacked up. Now I lose that camera angle. Thank you, iRacing. All my camera angles are blocked by pits.
Everybody's missing their pit stall. I watched 5
5 is off. The 97 rushes past the 78 to get to second. He did not hold back.
Nope.
So they will be racing each other here to start this restart. There are the first 2 off pit road. Tells me stats is frozen here for Michael. It's showing me in the standings he's still on pit road. He is not. So hopefully he didn't get a penalty. I don't see anything marked on my end. Be interesting to see. Do we have any cars still on pit road? Ryan Hyatt maybe taking time for his pit stop. Not using that fast repair yet. Letting him fix it up. Get a good shot here if it'll work. There we go.
Added bonus is this is one of the biggest tracks, and it's a good 1.5 to 2 minute pace lap. We've got plenty of time to get that thing fixed and get back out, get back up there.
iRacing is messing with my camera buttons. This isn't good. It's not letting me use the chase camera and the rear chase camera buttons right now. That's fine. They are coming around here. Pit road entry, there's the 75. Kicks it and gets rolling here. All right, so we're going to complete lap 23 here. Begin lap 24. Pace car lights are off on the pace car. We are at 1 to go.
I don't think he got it all the way fixed, but I still see his right front kind of crinkled in.
Yeah. It's hard to decide when to use that fast repair in any race, but certainly on a drafting track, because you want to try to repair it. You want to save that fast repair for in case you get caught up in somebody else's mess later on.
Yep.
Tough decision here, because if we go green, he doesn't get another chance to work on the car. If we get another yellow, he gets a chance to work on it, as long as he's not involved in that wreck and gets to...
If I was him, I'd stop in right now and use that fast repair, but...
Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea. He's going flying by the start-finish line, though, so he stays out. 99 got off pit road here as well. So those guys will be at the back of the pack for this restart.
Well, let's re-rack them and go at it again.
Yes, sir.
I have a feeling they're not going to be as patient this time around.
We're getting close to the pay window, as they say, right?
Yep.
Getting close.
Sun's going down. We're going to start seeing the sparks fly.
Sun's getting low, big fella. Checking my random messages here.
Keep your finger to yourself, Kyle.
I was telling somebody out there he's number 1.
Hey, I can do that too, but I'm not going to do it right now. That would be rude if race control comes in and does something like that.
Right.
So I think I'll stay away from that button.
Here we go.
All right, to the restart zone. 5's in charge of this.
Green flag.
Green is out. 97 gets down behind him. It's like they planned that.
Yeah.
Good move. And that keeps the 78 right behind them. So, I mean, that's your 3 guys from earlier, you know. Look at them kind of pull out here. The field's momentum is coming. That outside line got Ben and Kyle out there with Joseph behind him. That 97 is hooked up to that 5, though. These guys are going to have to get sticky with it and put them bumpers together to try to keep up with these guys, I feel like. Because the 97 the 97 and 5 are holding such a smooth line. They're able to stay glued together until the 97 gets hot. Now the bumps are coming. 78 backs off a little bit. The 54 indecisive on if he wants to go up in front of that 32. He's watching to see who has the run. Come down the backstretch. Still those front 4 broken out on the rest of the pack. But the pack is all together again. So this is something we haven't seen for a few laps before that caution. So we got more cars in the pack again. See if they all stay together this time. As the 99 and 75 have stayed back there at the back of the pack. They're like, all right, we had our craziness. Let's take it easy until it's time.
Yeah.
And again, with the 75 having still a little bit of damage, it may be harder. You may be better off staying in the draft behind somebody instead of trying to make super moves and getting up front.
He definitely wants to be the back car,
the pusher,
on the push.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. He just can't decide who he wants to push, apparently. It looks like.
Neither line is moving. These guys are pretty even in those 2 lines. That lead line has really made it to where those back 2 lines have stayed pretty even. But here comes the inside line with the 14. He got down to the bottom, and he's going to make it 5. Cars have broken away in this single file pack. Not by much. 19 still in the draft. An outside line has a good amount of... I mean, there's 6 cars in the outside line. They're just not gaining any momentum.
They're too separated still. I don't think the 99 and the 75 can keep up with them on the...
Close call for the 32 and the 13 going into 1 there.
Yep.
That was squirrely.
You don't want to push on that right rear going into a turn, that's for sure.
Ooh, car's wide, all fan out here.
Thank you, Morgan, for cutting me a break.
Wow, that was a really close call.
I did for the front end on mine to go.
No, you're good.
Oh, the 99 back wiggly up there. Okay, he gets down. Okay, looks like everybody's going to...
Give me enough room. Squint out too if you want to tighten up. It's all good.
Looks like everybody's going to stay in the pack here, but that was a close call out of 2. Oh, here we go. Todd Smith making moves.
Ben almost lost it on the bumper of Kyle there.
Kyle is trying to push him.
He got a heck of a run on Joseph and had to lift, and I don't think Kyle knew how close they were.
Check back here in the middle of the pack. 28 of George Buck, the 80 of Mark Owlette, side by side. Outside line's got a couple more cars in it now, so let's see if they can make some headway with the 32 and the 13 up there up front. They're trying. 54 goes up in front of the 32, so now the 32 turns from being the pushee to the pusher. Inside line gets a good run here off of 2 down the back stretch.
1 over off the throttle there, Jeffrey.
No, you're good. I was scared. A lot more than what you were.
It was scary, man.
I think that 97's starting to overheat here. He's looking out.
Starting to dip. Yep, he's starting to dip a little bit. Trying to get that clean air, cool that engine. As that outside line with the 32 pushing the 54. Oh, close call for the 97 there as he got squirrely getting into 1.
He hit that apron going in.
Saved it though. Good driving. 54 gets clear and drops right down. Says, nope, that's as far as I wanted to go. Leaves the 32 to the outside, and the 32 is, with the 13 pushing, the 32 is now clear. Now I assume he's going to stay up and wait. The 13's been behind him for a while. I got to assume they are working together. Now they get clear. What do? What do they do? Oh, the push turn's been down. Woo! All right, new leader, 32 of Ben Summerford with 19 laps to go.
Someone just brushed the wall on the trial hole to 66, it looks like.
Todd Smith painting the wall. He does that no matter what track we're at.
It's on every racetrack.
Every track. It could be a road course with no walls nearby, and he'll find a way to paint a wall. Todd is Mr. Highside for a reason, as he is kind of stuck in the sucker hole. As they get 3 wide back there. Now, the front pack is different cars. At least the front 3 are.
Yeah, that 17 hit the wall coming on a 2, and everybody had to check up for it, and that caused the whole outside line to just disintegrate.
Right along with the 17 here. See what he sees for a lap. In the thick of it. Got the 75 to the inside. There's a 66. I'll look over to the side at him. We can look up. We can look down. We got full control here. Go to the left as he gets closer to the 75. Gets a run on the 28. Lets off. A little burp on the throttle there.
Kendall Paul looking to go to the front of the outside if he can get some help.
You can see these cars when you're riding in the cockpit with Chris Mayo right now. You can see these cars getting squirrely.
Samuel Carter decided he didn't want to be behind that 5 no more, or he couldn't.
Couldn't. Yeah, that's more possible, right? Yeah. Checking the weather right now. 71 degrees is the ambient temp. 7-mile-an-hour wind. Track temps at 72. So these cars could be getting a little bit slippery with the lower track temps now that we're getting into the night. Great camera shot as Chris Mayo's dropped down low. He's behind the 66. 66 changes lanes, back to the high side for Todd. He sees the run going, gains a spot on Ryan Hyatt, and is that Sheridan Wade? Nick Fields, sorry.
It's one of them.
Yeah, it's one of them. I have to see a car number, or I have to look at a grid to see it. I cannot tell them apart. I just see the color of the car, and I know it's one of them, but I don't know which one.
14, you got it.
Sheridan has the orange hood. That's what I'm going to remember.
I'd write that down and still forget that. Yep. I'd make a note of that and still forget it.
Put it on a sticky note, tape it to the computer screen, and still forget
it. The front. Close call there as a 14 was coming down. There wasn't room there.
I didn't realize that the 97 made it to the front.
He did. Working hard in that John Deere tractor. The 14, sorry, getting a heck of a push by the 78. Stays even though. We're back to full speed pace laps, too deep, too wide, all the way through the pack. It's all the way through. Big push by the 32 into the 97. 14 clears, gets down. Looks like the 66 pushing the heck out of the 78 here. This is going to get squirrely.
35.
Ooh. Oh, they are so back and forth. What is? Ooh, it's gonna happen. There it is. Ooh, got me jumping. I knew it was gonna be good. These guys got my heart rate going. Need to get my heart rate meter on. Big bumps.
Hyatt blinked out there for about good 5-6 seconds.
Oh no. Well, right now,
I saw my standings that he dropped all the way down to 33rd on the listing.
Well, right now we do have everybody still in this main pack. We are less than a second gap from 1st to 17th. We are down to 14, coming to 13 laps left of duel number 1. We've only had one caution for incident. That was between the 75 and the 99, right before we got to the halfway mark. And we are running pace laps full speed 2 wide. 14 and the 97. 97 likes to push. He wants somebody in front of him. I tell you what, make that note for the 500, folks. If you don't have a friend and you need a friend, you need to find yourself a John Deere.
I'm going to say a Deere or an Eagle, because Heath has been behind that 32 forever, pushing him as well.
Absolutely. Right, cross the line.
Sorry about
here.
that 75. I did not expect that to happen right there at the 19.
12 all 2x2, and then 13th to 17th kind of.
Big push on the outside by the 66. Putting the power down coming out of turn 2. They get clear. What do? 78 down, 66 down. Now here comes the run from the 14. That inside line has that run. You're going to have to check up a little bit here.
99 in the wall again. He keeps it straight.
That 75 stuck in the sucker hole. Gets down in front of the 80. Okay. Looks like everybody's still good. Everybody's straight. Close call for that 99 again. Been playing with that outside wall all race. Now they're starting to fall back. They're 2x2. They are losing the pack.
Excellent. Just got single file. Besides,
they need to get. Oh, here they're still running side by side. This is not good. These 4 drivers are losing the draft quickly. Back up front, we got the 78 and the 66, followed by the 14 and 97, then the 32 and the 13. So every other car has been a big pusher tonight. The 66, the 97, and the 13. So as these laps tick down, which even place car makes that move to have their pusher push them past? These guys stick and try to run with the guys that have been pushing, Or do they have to make different deals now?
I'm gonna put my money on the 32 and the 13. They're known each other a while. They work together a lot. Whereas the other two groupings,
yeah, I feel like that's just fresh partnerships.
Group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see that pack of 4. They fell back, lost the draft, but they have gotten single file. Looks like the 14's looking. Nope. Oh. He gets back down. Not time. 9 to go here in duel number 1.
And those back 4 are out of this one.
Yeah, unless there's another caution or something happens, they are not going to make it back to the front, I don't think.
Five jumps out, 13 jumps out with him.
Oh, here we go.
13 jumps back down.
Oh, and then back up.
Back up.
I think he's trying to get the 5, maybe. 5 in the 54. A little contact there.
Goes the 32.
13 in the 5. No surprise to see those Chevys working together there. Let's see if they can make something happen on that outside line as the 54 gets a run and gets up in front of the 32. Heck of a move by the 54 to clear that and get up. Todd Smith to the top as well in the 66. The big push from the 13 gets the 32 on the outside of the 54. He had to back it off. He didn't want to go turn 3 wide.
At least top 4 on the outside. All, no. Before Kendall jumped up there, they all are buddies. Race together quite a bit.
So the 78 gives up that bottom line to get in front of the 66, giving that open door for the 97 to push that 14 to the front. This is what's happening.
Check
it out, check it out.
Oh, no. Did they save it?
Everybody kept it straight.
They saved it. They saved it. Now we got 3 wide. These guys are trying to get back up on the track. Oh my goodness.
What a save.
Looks like the 69 caught the bad end of that deal. That caused him to drop all the way back to the second pack that is broken up. They are not in a straight line together now.
66 had to drop all the way to the back end of this front pack too.
Okay, 6 to go, folks. This is duel heat number 1. $25 to tonight's winner. Finishing positions do set the field for the inside row for the Daytona 500. Spot 1 is locked up by that 66 car who won the pole. In qualifying, front row is locked in. Those drivers for that second duel are just sitting here watching, just biting, just ready to go. Like, get us in the car. We're almost there. Coming to 5 to go with the 14 leading the 97, the 19. Oh, we got a wreck.
Caution somewhere, caution.
Big wreck, big wreck.
Did you see any rubber laying down at all?
Pace car down the pit.
We're going to rewind that back real
That
quick.
was a hard hit by a couple of people back there.
Hold up for the pace car.
Let's see, who was the first one?
George Buck in the wall.
That was with Sheridan Wade. Oh, yeah.
Sheridan Wade got hit hard.
Sheridan came up in front of the 28 a little bit there and got turned. He came off of the yellow line. Let's get a different camera angle here.
Pace car, middle back.
Let's see if now the camera angle wants to work.
17 hard hit to the inside wall. It looks like the 54 came up a little as the 28 was coming down a little.
Yeah, I don't think he was aware that it was 3 wide there. And he came up off of the apron a little bit. Just tight racing. Tough break though. But the caution comes out with 5 to go. So everybody gets a reset. Now we get a shootout.
This is where Ryan Hyatt should use that fast repair.
George Buck on pit road. Not certain if he had to tow for that.
He
Car
might have.
looks pretty mangled. It's not using a fast repair, so I'm assuming he is towing. As a couple drivers up front were looking like they were going to pit, and they don't. And then we go about mid-pack. Chris Mayo leading a group of 5 cars. The 17, the 5, the 66, the 99, and the 75 come down pit road. So they're willing to start this short little stint, the shootout back in the pack, maybe get some fresh tires, it looks like, for some of these guys.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 cars stayed out.
Yep.
Maybe not a bad call. That's
the tail end of row 6 on this restart. It's the outside. It's not like you're giving up and dropping to 40th like you would in the Daytona 500 next week, but you got to have the run and you got to catch it soon.
Now, one thing I will point out is that as soon as I see it on my thing, Ben Summerford and Kyle Heath are going to be nose to tail on this restart.
There you go. There's some news.
Colby Pierce got ahead of Kyle before the caution came out.
So this is going to put us to, it's the literal going to be 2 to go. It's going to be a green-white checkered, but it's not the green-white checkered. This is still within regulation. If we do get a caution before we see the white flag, we have double checking, trying to find it. I know it says it on here. Sorry, folks. Oh, it doesn't give me the option. No green-white checkers. Because it's listed as a heat race, so this is straightforward racing.
'97 is going to be the front car on that outside. He hasn't
had much luck being the lead car, but if he does what he did on that last restart and gets to drop down behind Joseph Klein like he did with
if Ivan lets him.
If Ivan lets him. But it also depends on how the 14, if he starts by himself with no help, usually that window opens.
I don't know if I would drop down. If I was a
well,
97,
if you do, I mean, you open the door for the 32 and 13 to have clear pass.
Exactly. And
but
that has been a potent duel
If you're not looking at that, though, that's easy to mistake, right? That's easy to, if you're not, these guys don't race with each other every week, the whole group. The 97, this is an event for him with us. He's not a week in, week out Gen 6 Cup racer with us on Saturday night. So he's new to the league, though. He's going to be racing with us. But he is.
He'll find out who these guys are.
Yep.
Eventually, he'll have the same saying as everybody else in the league. Man, I wish that 13 wasn't here.
It's all right. In this series, we're trying to fix that one race at a time. No,
yeah,
Kyle, he's super competitor, super fast. Doesn't make many mistakes at all. So, been a huge help to First Gear Racing. He gives help to all the drivers that ask of it, and has really tried to make everybody better and more competitive. And he's the bar. He's the guy that we chase, right? He's won championships in First Gear Racing in this first year. He's won a GT3 championship. He's run a Gen 6 championship. He's battling for another one this season, and about to win back-to-back GT3 championships. So,
yep, he's good.
Super good. So here we go. Pace car going to be pulling off here into the restart zone we go.
Green, green, green.
14 gets the jump. 97 straight down.
We'll see if that works out for the field. At 78, going back top line. Those three of them together. Now he drops back down.
32 and the 13 stay strong on the high side, but everybody else has kind of left them and gone to the bottom. But that 13 is pushing that 32. Here's a car to jump up behind them. We are coming to 1 to go here, folks. White flag is coming out here for Duel 1 if they get to the start-finish line.
Well, that 13 and 32 can get together.
Now you just got to get the run and time it right. That 19 and that 42, are they planning on doing something? 42 jumps out in front of the 32. 32 has to check up a little bit. That takes their run away. Back down to the bottom, the 32 and the 13 go. The 14 is leading the 97. White flag. This is the last lap, folks, down the backstretch. We are going to see a winner in this dual race. Who's it going to be? The 97 and 19 are tucked right in underneath the 14 here. That front 3 has checked out a little bit.
Who's that 19 going to go with if
what does he do? Right. Here comes a run by the 32. He jumps up. They're beating and banging behind him. Oh, there's a wreck in the back. The 14 is going to get pushed to the dual win. Joseph Klein.
Good run, 14.
Is your winner for Duel 1. Heck of a race.
Good
Samuel
run.
Carter 2nd. Ben Summer for 3rd. Ivan Deschamps 4th. Kendall Paul 5th. Nate Field 6th. Toby Pierce 7th. And I don't get to give the rest because it goes straight to Duel number 2.
Was Kyle Heath, Joseph Klein, I think were the next two.
Thank
but
you.
I didn't see after that.
Well, Joseph Klein won it. So, well,
oh, okay.
That's okay.
Good working with
My
14.
standings just went crazy when I switched over.
All right, everybody. It's time for Duel number 2. Drivers to your cars. Drivers to your cars. Great race there. Congrats to the 14, Joseph Klein. Heck of a win for Duel number 1. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you, sir. You cut the time short. I can get... Woo!
Yeah, it's considered a heat race, so iRacing shuts it down as soon as everybody crosses the line. My apologies, I don't get to choose that, but great job. We'll let you do a burnout later. After this duel ends, we'll have a little warm-up session. You can go out and do some donuts.
I'm cool with that. Yeehaw! Good racing day. That was fucking fun.
Oh, he said a word. He said the word. That's 1. You said the word. I heard it. That's all right. That's 1. We're always allowed 1. No more.
It's a PG stream, right?
Yep. All right. Well, congrats to Joseph in the 14. He gets the dual win, $25, and he gets to start P3 for the Daytona 500. Now,
so Heat 1 was pretty mild.
Just going to jump through the field here real quick. Just show everybody where everybody's starting for this one in case you forgot. It's been a while since these guys were on track. Joshua O'Brien starting up front. We're going to have 17 cars in for this dual race. So we had Aiden Graham made it there. He joined in and is able to race, it looks like, maybe? Nope. He's not gridded up. He can make it. Put his name in here, but it's all right.
He had some connection issues earlier, packet loss.
Oh. All right, 1 duel down, 1 duel to go. We've got the 24 car going to lead this pack to green. Woo, that was an exciting finish. I wish they gave us a little bit of a break in between these heats or duels, whatever you want to call it, in iRacing, just so we can catch our breath. But now we go. 50 more laps.
No time.
Good luck, everybody. Appreciate y'all.
You know it. Appreciate you. Good luck at you.
All right, pace cars. Turn down the pit road. Starts on the flagman. Green flag is out. We are off for duel number 2. Inside line gets a heck of a push here. We've got a car further back, gets pushed out on the outside maybe, or just chose to go up there.
Yeah, that was a quick little move he pulled there.
Yep. All right, first 3. Nose to tail, pulling away. Joshua O'Brien, Travis Roberto, Jeff Peppers. I know I'm not in the field, but it is good to see a 9 car up front. I might just have to root for that.
I don't know what you see in 37, but I love the Mark Martin throwback that I'm seeing.
The 37. Let's take a look here. Ben Groves. Yes, the Valvoline. Loving it.
Nice to see that paint scheme
It's
back
a great
in the field.
paint scheme. Some really good-looking cars in this field. As we've started, Aiden Graham started from pits, so he is actually on the track, showing a couple laps down. So that should be just one, as he just completed a lap. So I'm not sure how that's working, but he is on track.
I don't show him a lap down on my end, but maybe.
Yeah, he's on the negative lap count right now, so it's going to catch up here in a second, and it should even him out. I'm assuming because he started from pit road. That's maybe why I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
We have 4 cars that have fallen off of the pack. Dakota Cleland, David Dunwoody, Brian Sharp, and Sean Cross. They've backed up a little bit here. Don't know if this was planned, but they are 2 seconds, a second and a half back from next car in front of them. So that pack is starting to pull away. As Daniel Butler, DB, Mr. Don't Forget Me, I Want to Be Relevant, Mr. Atlanta, is leading here in Daytona. Duel number 2. Love you, DB. And he's got the 35 behind him of Corey Crandall.
Looks like Mr. Butler has a fan in chat here.
Yes, he does. Bomb Butler, thank you for tuning in with us. We know you watch a lot, rooting for Daniel. We appreciate you.
Refreshing not seeing that DuPont scheme in the lead.
Oh, that's just cool.
You know what I think would be cool to see fighting for the win would be the 24 and the, I know it ain't the 6, but the 37. Those 2 paints, the DuPont and the Valvoline.
Valvoline battling it out. You know what? Throw the 3 in there. Don't forget about that 3. Further back in the pack, we've got a 3 car.
Yeah.
That would be cool to see.
We got a 6 in here, but right paint on it.
Yeah, he's got a little different paint. Oh, we got a blinker. Who was that? The 2 car. Blink coming out of turn 4 there. 5 laps down. 4 laps down. We're on starting lap 5.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, man. Torn up.
And, hard hit for the 9.
Caution here.
That was a hard hit. Oh, man. Let's go back. We're going to see. Looks like it's the 9 that's the first of that in the contact, possibly. Let's ride along with him. Actually, we'll jump behind him just so we can see it a little bit better. Big bump to the 24. Oh, okay. Gets him uneasy. The car jumps up. And the 6 into the left rear just gets the car loose. The 9 just kind of along for a ride at that point. A lot of damage. Oh, and the 48 comes back again to get more contact. As the rest of the car is trying to avoid. Oh!
Pace car, middle of backstretch,
And 9 cars skewed. No front end. It's a modified. But it is. It's running skewed. The right front tire is bent in pretty bad.
Red Patrol 9 by EOL.
Copy that. Let's go ahead and make that happen here.
Last time I seen a car that skewed was the Sam Hornish at Daytona one year.
Doing it all tonight. Little EOL action, little race control action tonight. Giving it to everybody here watching along. Sorry, I got to keep changing my screen when I do that, but just want to make sure.
Uh-oh, that's not good. 9 went one too many laps. He just blew the engine on it.
No.
He should have pitted that last time by.
It's a long coast from where he's at to get back to pit road. It looks like my overlays are playing with me here, and they actually deleted the track map. So let me fix that real quick while we're watching this, folks.
I don't think he's going to make it. He's going to have to...
He's going to have to tow. That's going to be rough. They'll be able to fix it with the fast repair. He'll still be good there, but that's not what you want to see. Tough break for the 9. All right, there we go. Overlays back with the track map. Now we're back in the money.
What did we make it? 5 laps?
Yeah.
6 laps?
Yeah, it was lap 5. While we've got a second, just want to give a shout out while he's up front. One of our main sponsors here, Daniel and Lisette Butler. They're real estate agents in Florida, and then Lisette Butler, realtor as well, sponsored tonight's race. Want to thank them for that, and appreciate their support with First Gear Racing and everything we do. So I just want to give them a shout out and a big thank you for being a part of this, and just let everybody know it's been fun putting this together. I really appreciate everybody that's come in together to make this happen. Shout out to AMA for coming along with us as well and partnering with us for this event, and many more to come. So just really blessed to have the people that are in my life and in our lives that put this on and make this happen. So thank you all. Looks like I'm trying to check here. Looks like somebody's sitting in the waiting room. He's gurring me. So let's pull up Michael Moakman. You're gonna sit in the waiting room. You can come up. Michael.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the booth, buddy.
Glad to be here.
How was that race?
Could have been better. A lot better.
I know that 97 pushed you for most of that race, and
yeah,
you two were hooked up. It was hard to get around you.
Yeah, running up front, and then getting into the back. It was a little disheartening, but oh well. It was racing.
That it is. It is racing. And you had a heck of a run. You guys did really good there. I know it's not the finish you wanted, but made it to the end of that duel in one piece. And, now you got some laps in with some of these guys that we haven't run with before. And then, in a week from now, you're going to have double the field, more drivers to learn and adjust with. So should be exciting, though. This has been a fun night. Yeah. It was fun. You guys had a great race. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, for the most part, everybody raced clean, and we didn't have no real big issues, I don't think. I mean, we did have a couple cautions, but as far as issues, we didn't really have any major issues. Nobody really overdrove themselves, so it was definitely a plus on that side.
Right. Yeah, there was a lot of respect on the track, a lot of patience. You guys ran single file even for a good bit there in the middle of the race, and really just maintained to get to the end. And it was a well fought duel. Again, congrats to the 14 on winning that. Heck of a run by him, and had a good pusher behind him in that 97. He's a pusher for sure. You can get that 97 behind you, you're going places.
Yeah, that 97 definitely was locked on, and we were going places. So, but here we come back to the green now.
Back to green, pace car down, waiting on green Daniel. Flag. Here he goes in the restart zone. Flag is out, green.
I tell you who that caution really helped was Aiden Graham. He's sitting up there in P11 now.
Yeah,
for being half a lap behind.
Big boost for him. Ooh.
Jeffrey Peppers is back out, but he's a lap in third down.
Yeah, he's just going into turn 1 now all by himself, so that's going to be tight. That was the 10 and the 33. That was a close call. 33's kind of put in the sucker hole. Now he gets back in line.
Yeah, 33 hit the wall hard coming out of 2 there.
All right, new leader, 35, Corey Crandall. Pushed by that 24, Joshua O'Brien and Travis Roberto in third. They have cleared the double file. So is Daniel still. The top 4, single file, and then we're double file all the way back.
Yeah, that outside line, if they want a chance, they need to get together because they're all staggered all the way back. So.
Yeah, got to really stay tight to each other and stay in that straight line. You can't be weaving and bouncing all over the place. So got to make sure you got a good pusher in slot 2, and then have everybody get high and tight in behind so you can carry that momentum. That inside line's got more cars, and they're stretching it out here as more cars are getting clear. 6 has gotten clear. Behind the 6 is 25.
It looks like the AMA guys are trying to get together there. The 3, the 25.
Yep, absolutely.
And the 30 there. They're all trying to get together, it looks like. But they're doing a little accordion effect between the two lines.
Yeah.
30 to drop down in with his boys there.
Well, we're still early. We're on lap 11. Still a lot of race to be run here.
Yeah, 50 laps is a very long time. I mean, in the draft, you're running about a 45-second lap time on a good draft. So
just think of how much you got to do next week. A lot
of time. Yeah. Yeah.
The outside lane's starting to get some steam rolling here.
Two is pushing on that 30 pretty hard, trying to get that momentum. That 10's trying to stay tucked in behind him. There was a car that kind of ran high out of 2 there, got close to the wall. I didn't see who it was.
37.
That outside line is coming.
I do, even though it's, what is that, a Chevy up there, that 30 paint is pretty nice.
Yeah,
I do like the look of that one.
All them AMA paints look really good.
All right, that outside line has got up to the side of Travis Roberto, losing a little bit here. Oh, it's a blink from the 2. Oh, blink from the 10. Jeez. Battling blinks in their nose to tail, so watch out, folks. We might see some trouble here.
Travis Roberto jumped up in front of him.
Yeah, he's going to take that run, try to get by the 24 and the 35 here. Oh, bump from the 24 to the 35, and we are wrecking.
Tell me about your car if you can.
There's the big one. Race number 2 brings it.
Yep, that was pretty much everybody.
Oh, that tore up some cars right there.
That's exactly what Mr. Peppers in that 9 wanted. He was half a lap behind.
He's going to get the lucky dog. Yeah.
And Aiden Graham, who started from pits, is he going to be our leader, or is it 2?
I believe the 2 is.
Going to go back here and rewind this just a bit. We're going to go jump on with the 35. Going to get a better camera angle of this. Get an idea of what happened here. Run it in slow-mo. So he gets down close to the apron here. 24 is almost a full car length up. 24 tries to come back down, and just bumper's not lined up. Turns the 35 up into the 028, and that's in front of the whole field. And they slide back down right into the side of the 24, collecting much others. Daniel Butler in the 18, the 6, the cars everywhere. That was that's a tough one. A lot of cars affected by that. The 30, the 3, and then the 24 comes back up right in front of the 37. Ooh, well, there's your paint schemes, 24 and 37.
Yeah. Yep, they come together. When you see the lead car sideways in front of the pack, you know it's not going to be good.
Oh, is that the 11 hard hit there?
Somebody else just blew a motor. I don't know who that was.
Got cars coming down pit road here. Let me see if I can get live. There we go.
1848.
Lucky dog coming high. Lucky dog coming high.
33.
9's coming around to get that lucky dog. Big help for him. That does leave the 2 as our leader. The 3 is in second.
Surprised that the 37 stayed out. He
had contact with the 24.
He hit the 24 pretty good with the front end.
Now looking at it here, at least on my end, iRacing seems to have buffed out the dents.
Yeah, it looks clean.
Yeah.
Surprisingly. A little bit of damage, it looks like, right above that duct, left front ductwork, maybe. Unless that's just the way the paint is. I don't know, but it looks like it has a little bit of damage.
It looks clean to me.
What?
He may have just had a slight contact, nothing too bad. Didn't push that front end. He should be good to go.
Yeah, Nolan in the chat, he said, wonder if the 24 is being pushed. Very well could have been. They were really tight all together there.
Yeah, the 24 might have gotten a bump by having a chance. Could be probably checked over 35.
All right, so what do they say? Cautions breed cautions?
Yeah.
Yep.
But how many people had to use a fast repair there, or did use it?
Checking
and if they get into it
with Daniel, he's still on pit road.
Daniel's not using his fast repair.
He's not getting off pit road in time either. So this is, oh, he's trying to exit. He's trying to exit. Oh, he beats it by just a little bit. I saw the light turn red as soon as he crossed the line. Good job by the 18 getting every second of repair there. Holy cow. All right,
this
DB.
race is going, I don't think I would use my fast repair if I could help it.
Feel like you might need it. Like we were seeing in that first duel, it was nice and easy, wasn't a lot of craziness, and like we talked about, like in real life, this art is imitating it perfectly. We are seeing the craziness in heat number 2.
Yeah, I almost used my fast repair there in heat 1 there at the end. But luckily I just went down there, had it turned off, and only had 17 seconds of aero damage, so they just had to close the roof flaps is all.
I'm just curious, is there a full moon out tonight? Because this is getting crazy.
It probably is in the sim world. That's why it's so bright out there. These aren't track lights. This is the moon shining down.
The midnight sun.
Good looking 3 car there for David Dunwoody. Just a bummer. It's got Ford on it.
Yeah.
It makes it better.
Huge bummer.
Quiet down over there. I told you earlier what happens. Quiet down. Those of you in the chat, let me know. Should the 3 car be on a Ford? Does it make it better, or does it make it disrespectful to Dale? It's not on a Chevy.
Disrespectful.
Let us know in the chat.
It's not on a GM car. It's 100% disrespectful.
It made it
I would
faster.
take any GM car. It could be a Pontiac. I'd be okay with it.
They made it faster.
All right, here we go. Pace car is pulling off down to pit road into the restart zone. The 2 is the leader. He gets to choose when to go. Green flag. Here we go. 2 gets a jump. Let's clear the 3. The 3 gets down behind him.
33's got the 48 behind him with Andrew Groves.
Well, here comes the pushing. Watch this.
Already getting crazy up here.
2 of what I would call, from my time racing with both of them, super aggressive drivers in the 48 and the 33.
Probably the most aggressive racers in the league. By far.
And the pushing is working as that outside line. Trevor currently has the lead. Now they're back to basically side by side, him and Justin for the lead. Running full speed pace laps again here in duel number 2. 33 gets down, 48 with them. Trevor Benz, your new leader.
Hey, you would have thought Trevor being that last caution, he probably would have laid back a little bit, but He's trying to get ahead, so
yeah,
he don't
be
get
in front of
that.
it. Yeah. Sometimes you got to be in front of it to avoid it. Sometimes, definitely trying to do that now. Never really got a fuel count for here. Do you know about how many green flag laps or full tank of gas was?
It was, I believe, 37 laps.
Okay, so we should be safe
from the
on
initial
fuel.
start.
Okay.
Yeah. And then while they're in the pack, before the second to last caution in Heat 1, we were down to about 18 laps of fuel. So we were going to cut it very short. But with that second caution, it actually helped us out. So
Right.
it's definitely a one-stop. Tire wear wasn't too bad. Surprisingly, there was actually some right side tire wear. Right rear was wore out a little bit, especially if you're up front.
Yeah. I was just wondering for this one, with this being coming to 31 to go, like, do the guys that pit, are they good if we go green? Because there's guys that didn't pit. So
if they added some extra laps of fuel, they should be good.
Right.
Because I keep mine on 3 additional laps at all times.
Yep.
So
learned that the hard way.
So I was able to extend a little bit further. So I would say a good estimate is about 35 laps.
Gotcha.
Lost a win because of that at Talladega. Not going to happen again.
Yeah, man, these super speedways, it's a roll of the dice. It's more of a coin flip. You got a 1 or 2 chance of either getting wrecked out or making it to the end. Because when you're in that draft, that's 200 plus miles an hour. We were hitting, I think, 205 going down the back stretch into 3.
Well, right now we see the front 3 have broken off single file, the 33, the 48, and the 2. The rest of the pack is too wide. Looks like the 37 is going to get clear here. Maybe even the 10, depending on the run he gets, as the 2 blinks again before going into turn 3. 10's almost clear. Gets clear of the 3 there. Comes up. Decides to take that run and say, put me up to the high side. So here comes Aiden. Aiden Graham, again, started the race on pit road. Got caught up with the field with the yellow.
See, who is that, the 40? The BRML car. Got a little wall back
40
there.
Sean Cross, yep, Sean Cross into the wall.
Outside line, they're getting staggered, 3rd car back, so.
How about these BMRL cars? They had 2 in the first heat, 2 in the second heat in these duels. How about that working out?
I mean, hey, at least you can say for sure you got a little bit of help.
Right.
So that's a plus.
Probably a good thing that all 4 of them didn't get in the same race.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of wish I had Josh, because it would have been easy to find him with that fluorescent green spoiler.
That's right.
Him and I are running fluorescent green spoilers. So it would have been easy to find him. And I know he's a good pusher, and I'm a good pusher with him. So I think we would have been a force to reckon with for sure. As Dakota gets loose or tight.
Super tight. Oh, the 3 way down on the apron to avoid him. He comes back up really quick. Woo!
If it wasn't for the 3 dropping down,
that would have been nasty.
The 11 probably would have been spun. I don't think the 11 knew that he was there.
Right now, we're about to complete lap 23. Our biggest mover of the race so far, position-wise, from where they started, is Trevor Benz. Up 14 spots to P1 from where he started.
Yeah, he was a little disappointed at where he qualified, but as you can see, he ain't letting that slow him down. He's right up front.
These guys are not taking it easy back here.
There's some craziness back here. I thought I saw the 25 on the apron.
They were too wide on the apron just now.
Yeah, they were all over the place then, as the 40 touches the wall again.
That's right, Joseph. Duel 2 live action, baby. Tanya's in the chat. Let's go, Dakota. Come on, 11.
11 bleaking right there.
So, Michael, in that first duel, we saw the 97 pushing you pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
We saw the 13 pushing the 32 really good.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one other one there was 3 of them that were all really good pushers.
So we had the 97 was locked onto my bumper the entire time. Ben and Kyle got together
the third one
pretty good.
Ben, if you're gonna stick it in there, stick it in there.
I know I was on
That's what
on
you
Todd
did.
Smith, the 66, there at the beginning of the race. But I got a little too far to his inside and almost spun him and shot him straight up the track.
Got a couple cars falling back just a little bit here at the tail end. Daniel Butler, David Dunwoody, just kind of hanging back, 4 or 5 car lengths here on the rest of the pack, just waiting for the next storm to brew, because it does look like it's brewing, boys.
Yeah, I think Daniel's trying to play it safe. I think he still might have a little bit of damage, possibly.
Yeah, very likely, depending on.
Unless he uses his fast repair and just got caught with a speeding penalty.
Yeah, I would feel like the way that car looked, I don't know. It's hard to say how that played out for him. But if the more you're watching him be careful, makes me think he's not got a fast repair in the bag. That's what I would think.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, my question.
He's trying to stay off the pack so that in case something does happen, he does have enough time to hopefully react. But sometimes it won't work out. But
my question for you, Michael, is next weekend in the 500, if you're trying to get to the front, who do you want pushing you after that heat? Who do you think is the guy that you say, hey, I want him pushing me?
Into the wall.
Sorry about that.
Is Corey on the outside?
He's got some right front damage.
Yeah,
it looks like.
That right front got tore up.
Yeah, that bumper is definitely pushed in. I don't see. It's not dragging, but he definitely has aero damage.
But everybody dropped down too, so no help up there other than the 24. And here comes the 11. The 24 drops down. Yeah, that right front. The tire is actually towed in. That tire is not going to make it. He is going to have to pit.
That was a hard lick too. He must have gotten a bad push from the 028 of Roberto.
Yeah, that was a tough hit. So that's going to put him most likely having to pit within the next 3 laps would be my guess.
If Daniel Butler ain't careful here, he's going to lose the draft.
Yeah. Well, and Daniel may have some damage that's causing him to drop back.
Yeah, he's dropped off he's lost the draft. He's too far back now.
Either that or he saw what happened and decided to fall back, but now that's made it his downfall because he's got no help back there.
Now he's got to count on the yellow, which, again,
those
we're not done with those yet, folks. No. 22 laps to go. There is still there's a bump from the 3 to the 10. That almost was the yellow. Oh.
That was a good save.
Good driving. Good driving.
But to answer your question there, Jonathan, if I had to choose from the heat, the first heat, honestly, Kyle Heath would be a good one. Ben would be a good one.
There we go. There we go. The 88.
Yellow.
The 88 of Joe Gibbons. Let's go back and replay that real quick. Oh man, that was a tough hit. Looks like a bump. Oh, double bump. So 25 was letting off. The 6 gets into the 25, pushes him up. He pushes the right rear of the 88, and that gets him loose. And that collects the 35. There's the fast repair for the 35 for sure now. And the 18 just cruises right on by.
Ben Groves is getting lucky with these.
Checking up backstretch.
Somehow he made it through without a scratch again. He hit someone, but there's no damage on that car.
Well, let's go back and take a look. Let's ride in the car with Ben. Oh, yeah, he had some door damage there. He got doored. All right, in the car with Ben. Let's go through this, see this from his shot. Ooh. You see it happening in front of you, trying to figure out where to go. Light bump with the right front on the 88, and then locks it down. Nice save. All right, back live here. We're seeing cars make their trips down pit road. Looks like about everybody. Not everybody though, but about. Travis Roberto stays out. Aiden Graham stays out. Looks like
the guys that didn't pit
Chet
that first
Peppers.
time probably is going to be coming in for sure. Get the
Brian
get
Sharp.
that last little bit of fuel that they need.
We have 4 cars stay out there. Maybe 5 because Andrew's right there with them, but it looks like he came off pit road. All right, 20 laps to go. Is that the final caution, boys?
No.
No, I don't think so.
If it's anything like Heat 1, no.
Dakota has called it a night. He's out of his car.
Yeah, I think he got caught up in both of those, so he had no crash repair, and he probably got meatballed in that last one.
Tough break for the 11.
Yeah.
See the 10 blinking under caution here as the field's getting caught up on the backstretch.
He's got a little bit of nose damage here. It could just be from bumping and banging in the race, but...
Yeah, that left front is bent in a good bit there. I don't want to go to him because he's blinking, so I'm not going to click on him, because then as soon as I do, he's going to blink, and then it's...
Right.
iRacing's going to throw me out in the space. As we come around here behind the pace car, we've got... Dakota's out. Corey's on pit road still. The 88 Joe Gibbons still on pit road. The 30 Ted Craven still on pit road. Some of these guys most likely trying to use not save their fast repair, or they've already used it and trying to get damage repair done. Looks like Ted is off in the 30. He's back on track. So is Gibbons in the 88. Dakota's called it a night.
This is what forgive me for a second. Corey and Daniel needed here was another call for repairs.
Yeah, it definitely helped them out a little bit.
Hasn't helped Corey enough because he is going a lap down currently. So he is gonna he's gonna have to count on a yellow, but he'd be the only car a lap down. So
I got him 2 laps down. I don't know if that's true or not.
Let me double check timing and scoring. Oh, you know what? You're right. And yeah, 2 laps.
Yeah,
I think Corey, because Corey got caught up in that first accident, a real big one. So he probably had to use his fast repair there.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so let's reset the field here. Jump on the gearbox of our leader.
18 laps left. There's still plenty of time for him to get a lap or 2 back.
Yeah, and with him being the only car lap down, as long as he's on that track.
If he gets back out, yeah, he's still on pit road. So 2 laps down, possibly coming to 3. He might not be getting back on the track. Just hasn't left his car yet, so to speak. He's been on pit road for 5 minutes and 10 seconds and counting.
Yeah, he's trying to get his repairs done just to finish the race.
Gonna ride with the leader here, Travis Roberto on the rear bumper, looking back at the nose of that 9 car. 9 car, lucky 9, back up near the front for the restart here.
Yeah, if I was all these guys, I'd blame it on the 9.
Blame it on the 9. Not that 9. Everybody's gonna blame it on me. Okay.
Pace car's off. Let's get to it.
That was on Roberto to start us. And he decides to go a little late in the box, but
great start.
Going. It's a good car length ahead.
Just gotta wait on that push from the 9.
Yeah. Yeah, he got a little ahead of that 9, so it allowed the 10 to pull up. To be pretty honest with you, I think the 33 was on top of that 10, so it helped keep them even.
33 gets down behind the 9. The field kind of spread out a little bit on the 9 down underneath the 028 going into 3 here. Oh, little bit of contact. He kind of forced his way down there. That was a tight squeeze. That was a really tight squeeze. 33 is looking to the outside. 28 tries to close the door. There's contact. They're both into the wall.
I was there, Travis.
You hear the radio call. 33 says, I was there. That was a tight squeeze, though. Travis wasn't having it, though.
Yeah. Doesn't look like they have any damage, though, so they should be able to continue on trucking.
This kind of puts them a little bit back of the main pack. So the main pack, we've got 6-7 cars not going single file yet. And then we've got another 7 cars in the second pack. And they are catching that lead pack now. Okay, so we're going to have a pack here. 14 cars. And then
that
we've
9
got...
did go about halfway below that line on that pass.
Daniel Butler is off pace. All by his lonesome.
How did that happen?
I think he's waiting for the next caution.
Yeah, we're getting to that point where everybody's going to be trying to get to that win.
Got the 3 pushing the 2 hard. Justin and David, both from AMA.
Yeah, we got the 24 trying to get a line to trying to get Trevor. 37's in between him and Trevor.
9 goes up in front of a...
Yeah, he's got to pick up his teammate, right? Got to pick up your teammate in that run, right?
Yep.
There's your outside line foreman.
So if the 40 can just stay on the bumper of the 9, you don't necessarily have to push him, but try to be as close as he can and just stay in a straight line.
I think Travis took enough damage. He went ahead and went down pit road.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like Trevor's got really a whole lot of damage because he's staying pace with everybody and making ground. So
yeah.
That inside line starting to get a little bit more uniform and making it harder for that outside line with only 3 cars really grouped up yet to make any headway, but they are trying. Those BMRL cars are pushing.
Yeah, that 40, I think he's got a little bit of a low steering ratio, so causing him to lose so much. Trevor's trying to get it back to the 24. Looked like he gave him a small little nudge. He got the 24 out of shape.
Dakota in the chat says, "Grr."
Hey, Dakota, I know how you feel, man.
All these pushes tonight has been really hectic, aggressive maybe.
Yeah, they're definitely a lot more aggressive this heat than Heat 1 was.
These bumpers are sticky. These bumpers with the speed change and the runs these guys are having, these are harder hits. And these cars aren't the smoothest when they take that hit.
No.
Back down to 72 degrees.
Yeah, as we see, we got the 88's got a little bit of left side damage. Not too bad though. Staying up there. And he's got right side damage.
So as we're checking in, just double checking the stats here. Travis Roberto has stayed on pit road. Daniel Butler running by himself right now, coming out of turn 4. He's 16 seconds behind the lead pack right now, and it's dropping quick. Back to the lead, we have the 2 and the 3, 6, the 10, the 88. The 88 was just in that last wreck. Here he is, back up to the top 5.
25 pulls out to try and get in front of that line.
That outside line is going to need more help. Oh, big bump from the 33 to the 37. He almost turned down. Good save. 33 backs off.
Up. 9 drops down.
Yep. When you gain one, you lose one.
Yeah.
Trying to get with his teammate. As the 25 gets on the wall.
Oh, blinker
He
as
just
a 2.
scraped it.
It's tight, yeah. It's
just
tight.
kissed it.
Here comes another run for the 33 as he jumps to the high side to catch the BMRL duo. He jumps back down. He gets in front of the 30. That's going to put him behind the 48. He's trying to get to somebody. It might be that 48's bumper to try to work together here. Not certain. Sometimes you got to run with who you know. Run with who you feel comfortable making these hard pushes. Because you're on the edge. You really are. And this 2 and this 3 are showing that they've raced together before. I raced with them last year in AMA. It was fun. Both of them really good drivers. Still can't get over that 3 car being a Ford though. David, we got to talk, buddy. We got to talk.
Yeah, I love it.
Especially
keep it going.
Especially with it in that color scheme that it is.
Excuse me, driver of the 60 car. One more outburst like that, I'm going to have to put you on a 10-second mute. This is fun to watch. These guys are really putting it together here. So now the pack is forming up a little bit more. Inside line's got 5 more cars in the outside line, and the outside line's looking for help. Looking for somebody to come up there. You need to equalize that a bit. Need 2 more cars to jump up and get a line of at least 6 cars, and that'll even that out a little bit.
Oh, I'm not sure what happened there. 2 went down, 2 went up.
33's out on his own, out on the outside, looking for help.
I expected that 10 to jump out there with him.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen.
Super surprised by that. Just goes to show with all the different drivers in the field how many different strategies are playing in their heads, right? Everybody's on a different plan of where they want to be and when they want to make the move and who they want to make it with. And sometimes finding the right dance partner takes a while, or you don't get it in time. So now we've seen the dance partnership build up. So you look to the outside line now, we've got the 24 and the 33. That 33 is going to blow his engine pushing this 24.
Oh, he will. That he will.
I tell you what, I know you want to pick up you want to run with your teammates, but when that 9 jumped out a 3rd on the inside to pick up the 40, that hurt him.
Yep.
Yes.
And here's the 48 going up in front of the 24, so this changes the whole strategy now. The 33's got to not be the pusher.
The gas. That'd be cool.
They're going to go to the outside.
Yeah, they're going to try to do what I tried and leave that 48 out to dry there in the middle.
Look at the push they're getting. They're getting a run. They're making headway on the field, not the leader yet.
A little wiggle.
Almost made headway into the outside wall there.
Yep.
It very well is going to be a wild 500.
Oh, for sure. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I love Trevor to death, but I don't know if I want him behind me.
I do every race, every super speedway. That's one driver I can put my trust in that he's going to give me the right push. He's going to stick to my bumper, and if I run a smooth line, he's going to be right there behind me. These guys got to get smooth.
You can take Trevor as your pusher. I'll take the Eagle as mine.
I'll take either one of them. I can't. They both helped me this past Saturday, so I can't pick one over the other. But I don't have a problem with Trevor. Trevor's always super fast at these tracks. He's always one of the best pushers on track. He will get you to the front. Oh no! Squirrely by the 24. Heck of another save. That 48 got up there in front of them, and they had to check up. They were not ready for that.
No.
I'll tell you though, there's only about 4 people I do not want behind me.
Coming to 5 to go. 5 laps left in duel number 2.
Man, that really killed the outside line there.
Killed the momentum, but it's
Yes,
not
we
over
did.
yet because that front line, how long are those front 5 going to stay in line?
Oh, they're probably going to stay in line until right about maybe 2 to go.
48 goes back
And
up
we
in front
got
of the 9.
lap cars with Corey Crandall and Daniel Butler right in front of the leaders here.
Yep, this could change everything. No green white checkers. They've all got to be careful.
Corey's out on track with a damaged car. That front end is gone.
Yeah.
He jumps down to the apron. He's going to stay on the apron or try to as they come through the tri-oval. Good move. Gets back on the track. He's trying to gain position here. He's got to make some laps here to get by. He's got 3 more laps he's got to make to get by Travis. And they're at 4 to go.
I don't think he can do it because they're at 47. He's a lap.
He's only got 3 more laps to make from where he's at currently. As long as he doesn't go down another lap, he can do it. But he's going a lot slower than the rest of the field, so.
Here comes this outside line with the 9 and 48. 24.
All right, guys. Check in here and see how these guys are doing.
Coming 3 to go to the line.
Yep. 3 laps left here in duel number 2. Right now our leader is the 2 of Justin Osterman, who blinked out, comes back. Gosh, I can't be on his car because it messes with the cameras. They are catching.
My line's starting to build
18.
Build momentum.
Where does the 18 go here? What does he do? Which line leads off of him?
Drop down.
I would drop below the line.
Right now they got his draft. So who's the low line's getting the help. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
He's making them go around the outside. There's a bump. There it is. Oh, the 6.
Caution somewhere. Caution.
They didn't get the communication. I heard no radio at all from anybody in the field on that one. There's no communication.
We are going to get a green light checker.
And you know the funny part about this? The 18 was not technically involved in the wreck. He was the first car 1 lap down.
Yep.
And this goes extra innings and under pace laps. That's going to give Corey enough laps to get by Travis for 15th, which is going to be 1 spot on the grid. That was a rough hit. That was a tough wreck there. So
yeah, whenever the leaders caught up to the 18, it looked like the 18 was trying to go up, but then the 2 made a move, and it looked like it freaked the 18 out.
Let's see what happened.
Because he was going to try to come up to top line, it looked like.
So another car that got a big bite of that wreck. I'm showing it now, and the 6 came back up into the 10. The 33 Trevor Benz just got demolished.
Yep.
I'm sorry. There's a comment in the stream that I just laugh at. What in the Kevin LePage was. I mean, that wasn't really a Kevin LePage. He didn't just pull off a pit road. He ran the bottom.
Stayed the bottom, but nobody called it. There was no radio communication. That was the eerie part, is nobody said anything over the comms. Yeah. So, I mean, nobody further back knew that was happening.
Did 18 get the watchdog causing that?
He didn't cause it.
He didn't cause it.
As long as he didn't have no contact, he gets it.
You're just listening to the radio chat. I mean, tough break for the drivers involved. There was no communication from anybody, not the leader or anything, and it was really a last-second move by the 2, realizing he had to go high to the middle line to get by the 18. Then everybody following kind of got the surprise of, oh crap, there's a car here. And that, when you're in a pack like that, somebody's not going to get the right reaction time for that.
Yeah, and when you're tucked in like it was. I mean, everybody on that low line was tucked in, and whenever the 2 made that last-second move, I mean, it's either check up hard and get ran into the back of, or you try to make it.
The wreck happens either way with no communication. There was no radio that part is probably the most worrisome. Is there was no communication coming to that.
I mean, if I was in the 18th situation, knowing that the leaders were coming, was catching me on that backstretch, I would have just stayed on the apron.
Got down on the apron, backed it down a little bit, or maybe
put it
call
up
and going real high. Yeah. Some type of move with a radio, with some radio transmission probably would have been helpful there. It's still better. He stayed in his line. I'm not going to say that he completely caused that, because he didn't. He stayed in the line, stayed low. Just a little bit of radio communication from him, maybe the leaders. Hey, where you going to go? 18. There was nothing leading up to that, and we watched that speed difference. That was a huge difference coming down the backstretch.
Exactly.
And that's what happens when there's no communication. There's no radio. The people 4 or 5 cars back have no idea what's going on.
Nope, none.
And there's no way to prevent that from happening when catching lap traffic. And the 18, maybe you can say you're a lap down, you're out of the race, but he has every right to a portion of the track. He wasn't damaged on front end missing like the 35. The 35 knew he didn't have the speed. He pulled down on the apron quick when the leaders got close to him. The 18 was just lonely by himself. Just like anybody would expect, that the cars have the right to the track at full speed, even though he didn't have any drafting help. So, but communication there kind of threw me off. There was no communication on the radio.
Yeah.
And that's where the price is paid. So,
again, I agree with you there, Jason. I mean, the 18, he wasn't a lap down, so he was just trying to stay relevant.
Right.
Just unfortunately, he either had to make one or two decisions: just give up the position or try to fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
But at the same time, again, he tried to make his right call to be able to stay in the race.
Yeah.
But also make them work for it.
Yep.
And
not have them just fly right by him and him lose the draft again. He was just trying to run a line, make them pass him. He didn't move up the track and cause anybody to wreck. He just stayed low. And now, by fortune of how that worked out, he's back on the lead lap with a chance. So we've got a multitude of drivers here that still have a chance. 11 cars on the lead lap. And we're coming to our one and only green-white checkered.
Yep.
Pace car is off. 2's coming to restart zone.
Green
Fires
flag.
off in the middle. Gets a good jump on the 48. The 9 is going to keep the door closed to the 48 getting down. The 3 is going to get a good run here on the 48. They're going to have a good push coming down here.
2
goes up. Gets back down to catch the 3.
Yep.
It's like they planned that. Heck of a move. Now the 3's back to the 2 where they were before. 48's got a good run. Side drafting. Here comes the 9. Does he give him help?
Oh, he's going to give him
they're in the wall. The 25 is in the wall.
They kept it.
Keep it off of everybody, but...
Oh, my goodness. Oh, man, the 9 is underneath the 48.
3 gets to the 48.
They get close.
You want to be that front car here.
3 gave a good shove.
Good bump to the 48.
Yeah.
That 2 hasn't pushed in a while, and he's trying to push the 9 as the 3 and the 48 get clear, but they stay up. The 40 is coming to catch up with them. We are on the last lap of duel number 2. There they go down, the 48 and the 3. The 9 is getting bumped around by the 2. He just can't get the momentum. Here they come. Out of 2. The 48 spins!
The 48 gets spun.
Oh, no. A tough bump from the 3. And here we go, racing to the line. We've got cars going everywhere, 3 wide. The 24 has a run. Oh, no, the 33.
The 40 and the 33 just net-coded with each other off the wall.
Oh, here we go. The 3 has got the lead, and I don't think anybody's going to catch him. No. David Dunwoody is going to win duel number 2. Congratulations to David. Oh, man, what a last lap that was.
That
Carnage.
was wild.
We said duel number 1, peaceful. Duel number 2, carnage. That was tough. Tough for a lot of drivers there.
I feel bad for the 48 there. He just got pushed straight out of the turn.
3 and the 9 are flying around this track.
They're trying to get it back to the line so they can do their burnout.
3's in pit road.
Yeah, 3's going straight to pit road.
Oh,
oh,
through the grass.
He's just going to throw it in the grass. Yep, throw it in the grass. He's trying to get that celebration in before the time runs out in 2-1.
All right. Great run, everybody. Congratulations to David on winning duel number 2. Appreciate you all for coming and racing tonight. I know it was a little messy there in that second duel, but we'll get the lineups up and posted. And again, appreciate you all. We'll see you next week for the Daytona 500. Our winners, if you're still alive, want to come to the waiting room in the Discord, we'll be happy to have interviews with our winners of Duel 1 and Duel 2. Yeah, Duel 2. Hello. But you're more than welcome to come in the waiting room in the Discord.
Got Joseph Klein pulling back on.
I'm going to watch the broadcast now.
On track.
All right, Joseph Klein. Let's pull him in. Joseph, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, congratulations again on that Duel 1. Heck of a race, heck of a win. Going to get to start P3 for the Daytona 500. Congratulations.
Heck yeah, that's cool.
Tell us about
Thank
that.
you.
Tell us about that first duel. It seemed much more peaceful than the second duel.
I was watching the second duel there. It definitely was a lot more peaceful. Pretty organized. It got kind of dicey for a little bit. I think like lap 6 or 7, and then it started breaking up pretty bad. But overall, just I didn't think I was getting there. I just kind of mindfully made my way up there, and luckily I was in the right place at the right time. That's just about the only way to win here. So.
Well, heck of a drive. Congratulations again on that win. I see you driving to the start-finish line right now.
I am.
So I've got you live. Go ahead and burn it down, buddy. Heck of a job.
I had to put a new wheel on this thing because I broke my shifter the other day.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It seems to work pretty good.
No, I'm using it is working. I could take it off, like Kyle.
Well, that was a heck of a run by you in Duel 1. Again, congratulations. We will see you next week for the Daytona 500. And again, congratulations. We'll see you starting P3 for the great American race next Friday night.
Yes, sir. I just want to give a shout out to that 97 car there for giving me such good business.
Yeah, he gets the Duel 1 MVP. He was the pusher of pushers, it seemed like. Michael got a lot of help from him early, and then there at the end, you were getting some great pushes from him, and he stuck with you that whole time too. So that was awesome to see.
Oh yeah. If it comes down to it next week, hopefully we're running back up front like that again.
Absolutely, man. Well, again, big shout out, thank you, and you have yourself a good night, and we'll see you next week, bud.
Thank you, you too. I think I just blew my motor.
Good job. That was Joseph Klein, winner of Duel number 1. Now we're going to get David in here. David, is Jason in the booth? You got a copy?
What's up, Jason?
Hey, man. Congratulations bringing that number 3 home to the win in Duel number 2. Good job.
Yeah, thank you. I was kind of settled with trying to push my buddy Justin there, and then he made the wrong move, so I jumped up top. I feel bad spinning the 48 on the backstretch, but he kind of moved up, and I wasn't leaving the yellow line.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, you're trying to stay, keep that lower end down, stay on that line as close as you can. Shortest way around the track, make sure the door doesn't open for anybody else to get underneath you. So it was a heck of a race. There was a lot of carnage in this second duel compared to the first one. Overall, how'd you take that? Do you learn something from that to be ready for next week when we have a full field of 40 cars here for 500 miles?
I definitely learned that I'm going to sit and ride as long as I can. I did use my fast repair on lap 1 in this race, and then I drove through 2 other big wrecks to get back to the front. So it was kind of wild.
I know we talked about you quite a bit having that paint scheme on a Ford. Myself, I love it being on a Ford. I think it's faster that way, but everybody else disagrees with me.
So, okay, the reason I wasn't going to do it, I was going to do something totally different, and I kept getting pressure from everybody else. You got to do it, you got to do it, you got to do it. And I'm like, well, I'm going to Ford because it pushes better. The flat nose pushes better, and it drafts better. So I wasn't even going to put the right number on it. Then somebody said, you got to put the number on it to finish it.
Well, you done got Dale turning in his grave tonight, but I think he lets it slide tonight because you got the W. So you're gonna have to come back next Friday night and try to do the same thing. You get to start P4 in the Daytona 500 with that dual win. Good starting position, but then again, like we were just saying, it's a long race. Got to make it to the end to be there. So good luck in that, and hopefully that Ford keeps pushing as good as it did tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
We appreciate you, David. We're going to hop off here. We're going to get you back to the waiting room. Again, congratulations on that heat win, duel number 2, and we'll see you next Friday.
Thank you. You will definitely see me next Friday.
All right. Have a good night, buddy.
You too.
All right.
I gotta say, I think I made a great choice not running this, because that was hectic and just being in the booth. I don't know what it would be like in the field.
Well, I will tell you how I feel about it. I made the right choice. I know I made the right choice. I barely survived 100 laps at Talladega on Saturday night, and that wore me out. I'm not feeling 200 behind the wheel. Of nerve-wracking. I mean, my heart has been racing this whole night tonight, and I'm just watching it.
Right.
And so I think I made the right decision as well. On the screen, just sharing the standings from the first duel. Again, Joseph Klein was our winner. This will be our lineup for the inside row minus Todd Smith. He will be on the pole. So Joseph Klein will start second on the inside row, and then Samuel all the way down to George Buck. Will be the last car on the inside before, and that's going to be row 18. And then we have some cars that didn't make it tonight that will fill out the rest of the field. And then, or row 17, I should say. And then we'll have 3 rows of cars behind that. And then sharing heat number 2, duel number 2. Again, David Dunwoody gets the win. He gets to start second on the outside row behind Joshua O'Brien. And then all the way through the field, showing the outside positions for each row. All the way back to Dakota Cleland's going to start on the outside of row 17. And then Daytona 500, less than 1 week away now. We're there. It's here. Again, I want to give a huge shout out and thank Jonathan for coming in the booth tonight, Michael for joining us for duel number 2. Thank you to everybody that watched tonight and joined with us. We appreciate it. Your support is endless. I want to give a big shout out to FGR, AMA, again, Daniel and Lisette Butler for their sponsorship, their support. I know the race, you look at these results here, just kind of end results. Daniel Butler had, rough night, right? Rode around, at the tail end of the lead lap there until that last caution, got another chance, gets to come home 7th, gets to start on the outside of row 7, 14th for the Daytona 500. Supporting, everybody that went through that. That was a wreck fest. We ended up with only, 8 cars on the lead lap on this second duel. So a lot of carnage. So which one are we going to get next week, boys? Are we going to see more of Duel 1 or more of Duel 2 in the 500 next week?
I think for at least the first quarter, we'll probably have like Duel 1 kind of vibes.
Yeah.
But once we get that halfway point, I can say for sure it's probably going to turn into a wreckfest because everybody's going to try to be a little bit more aggressive, trying to get those positions for those last couple pit stops that they're going to need. That way they're not going to be so far down when it comes to the end of the race.
Right.
But I mean, it's super speedway track. It's a gamble either way, whatever you do. You just hope that you have somebody to help you out, because you go pitting by yourself, you can cause problems for the entire field if you're not careful. I mean, we saw it clear as day with the 35 and then the 18.
Yeah. Yep.
You by yourself, you're gonna get, the whole pack is gonna come run up on you, and that's usually where we see a lot of incidents. But as far as with everybody running together, I don't see that we're going to have too many issues, at least for the first half, for sure. Everybody's just, they realize it's going to be 200 laps. It's going to be a long race. We're used to running only about 100, maybe 110 laps here at Daytona. And I think everybody's just going to chill out, relax. Hopefully they understand it's going to be double of what they're used to running.
Yeah, for sure.
And just try to chill out until maybe 50 laps to go, and then they start getting a little bit more aggressive. But who knows? I mean, from a guy who's going to be in the field for it, I'm just going to try to chill out for half the race, if not most of the race, until they're at the end. Just try to stay with the pack. Try to stay with a group of guys that I'm going to be pitting with. Just try to stay in the draft is going to be the biggest key. And as long as we hit our pit stops, as long as you hit your speeds, and you hit your spots exactly where you need to, you should have a good chance of finishing the race, obviously on par with the leaders. But at the same time, the aggressiveness is going to be there, because it's a long race. Everybody's going to get jitterbugs. It's a big race, so again, jitterbugs.
Well,
and everybody just needs to breathe. So
I think if everybody comes into the race with the same idea, I think that's where, or at least, let's say 90% of the room comes in and says, just got to make it to the end, got to take it easy. And then you watch the 5 or 6 cars that say, no, we're going, and they get out to a lead and they start pulling away. Everybody's strategy changes. And this is going to be a room of 40 cars. You're going to deal with things like netcode and stuff like that even more with that many cars in the field. I feel like the carnage is going to be hard to avoid throughout the whole race, but in the beginning, I feel like kind of how you were saying, the first 25% of the race should be pretty smooth. I think we're going to see some green flag pit stops, but I feel like after we get to a point where the field is split up, that's where everybody's going to try harder, and that's where the mistakes happen, the netcode happens, the not even carnage. I don't think it's got to always be a big wreck, right? It's just something that can change the face of the race. And once we see cautions, then that makes this race even longer. 200 laps is a long time under green. We just ran 2 50-lap heats, and it took us 2 hours. So double that. We're going to be hanging out for 4 to 5.5 hours for this race next week. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be fun to race in. I want the best for everybody that's in the field. We've got a really good field of drivers, and it showed tonight in these heats. Now it's just, you got to make sure that you communicate. I think that's the biggest thing that we take away from these heats tonight, is that communication over the radio chat is key. These guys have got to talk on the radio a little bit. And I feel like that will help go a long way with these guys that aren't racing as teammates or whatever, and give everybody a better chance to make it to the end.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see, you just kind of brought up a good point there at the end. Teams. We've got a lot of different groups here. We've got the first gear racing guys. We got the AMA guys. We got the BRML guys. We got a bunch of different groups here. So it's going to be interesting to see how everybody works together.
Yep.
Because
Absolutely.
I tell you, we got FGR. FGR is going to have a bunch of people with it. I mean, most of the group here runs consistently under FGR.
That was
So
one of the
we're used to it.
That was one of the points we made in that first race. Is of all the groups running together, it was the FGR guys that knew each other and were racing, and then all the other pushy groups was like a mixture.
Yeah.
It's finding someone you know and trust to run with is key.
Yep. And how much time do you give up to try to find that? Because if you back up
Yeah.
too far, you lose too much time to the lead pack, or lose the pack, or do you back up too quickly and find trouble with somebody that thinks they want to work with you and they run in the back of you? And so that's where that communication over the radio is going to be key. These guys are going to have to talk to each other for 200 laps, 500 miles.
Yeah, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of interested to see if these guys kind of do what they do on the actual big stage, kind of split up in the small groups at the start, where instead of having one large group running a couple of laps, do guys break off on the back stretch of lap one and just start getting in their groups together and just start running these smaller groups of 5-10 cars, or do they all stay together?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's definitely going to be a strategy for sure, because there's a lot of different options you could do.
Well, I'm excited. I can't wait. This next week needs to fly by so we can get back on track and put this show together. Again, big shout out to everybody that is making this happen, that's joined in and making this event what it is. Tonight was a great night. Congrats to our winners, Joseph Klein, David Dunwoody, on winning their heats. Congrats to Todd Smith getting the pole, and Joshua O'Brien getting the outside front row locked in with qualifying. That was a great qualifying session. So close. The field 0.3 of a second gap from first to last. And can't wait to see this room packed with 40 drivers next week, and see if my computer doesn't catch fire either. So, that's a whole other thing we haven't even talked about. How about if the broadcast catches fire? What happens then? Do we throw a yellow and let me get another computer real quick, or what? So, appreciative to everybody. Thank you again. We're going to go ahead and call it a night tonight. We'll be back on track with First Gear Network tomorrow night, Gen 6 at Kansas, I believe, in the Gen 6 Cup cars. We'll see you all there. And then next Friday night, we'll be right back here at Daytona for the Daytona 500, and we'll be back at it. So again, thanks to everybody. We're going to call it a night here tonight. We will see you soon. Again, appreciate y'all. We'll catch you next time.